The shooting down in the Ozarks between the Galloping Goose and the Iron Celtics has been concluded, if you will. Yes, a couple guys pleaded guilty to the shooting. They attached racketeering to this, man. Unbelievable. But let's go into the story real quick here. This out of Fox 22. And don't forget to go over to HarleyLiberty.com, man. We got our own coverage of this kind of stuff. Galloping Goose Motorcycle Club members plead guilty to crimes related to deadly Lake of the Ozarks brawl. And on the deeper dive over on Motorcycle Madhouse, we'll be talking about how this kind of stuff affects clubs as well as motorcycle club profile, and that's a real big thing going. Matthew Sanders wrote this one. 3 members of the Galloping Goose Motorcycle Club had pleaded guilty in federal court to racketeering and other charges, man. If you got a patch, they're always going to go at the racketeering angle. That it's just like summations, okay? That's where you'll plead guilty and admit that a club is organized crime. And once somebody does that, it's on record. The feds have what they want. They call you a criminal organization and to add the enhancements to you. Tonka Way Con Ponder, well, that's a mouthful. 55 pleaded guilty on the 13th of May to 2 counts of a crime of violence in aid of racketeering, 1 count of conspiracy to commit a crime of violence in aid of racketeering. Notice the things going on here. Everything's about racketeering on there. 1 count of shooting a gun in furtherance of a crime of violence, and 3 meth-related charges and 2 counts of having an unregistered gun. It's like they're going to frickin' throw the book at him, man. I guess this Trent Lawrence, he's 50. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of crime and of violence in aid of racketeering. Keith Nolen, 36. He pleaded to 1 count of a crime of violence in aid of racketeering. Tonka Way Con Ponder, 55 years old. I wonder if they're going to give, it's basically a life sentence if they do that. An indictment filed in June 2024 alleged that Pounder was the leader of the motorcycle club's Lake of the Ozarks chapter. In a news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office states that Pounder, Nolen, and Lawrence were part of an assault on members of the Iron Celtics Motorcycle Association. I remember covering this one. July of 2021 outside Casablanca Pub and Grill. A man identified in court documents as BC was fatally shot, so there was a fatality in this one. Investigators allege after the shooting that the security video from outside the pub showed Pounder pulled out a gun and shot another man after a gun was pointed at him. Now, Ponder and Nolen also pleaded guilty to conspiring with other members of the Galloping Goose to attack members of the Iron Celtics and the Mongols, leading to a deadly confrontation. He also admitted selling meth and owning a silencer. Ouch, man. Like I said, this is probably going to end up as a freaking, what's it called, a life sentence for him, man. If he's 55 years old, sad state of affairs. Let's go to a good one here, man. We have to have some good stuff happening in the scene. This one is written by Adam Albright Hanna. It's about a nurse that saved 5 bikers after an Indiana crash. And a year later, 30 of them showed up at her kid's lemonade stand. Now, this goes all the way back to 2018 when Darren Sturch was driving down State Road 19 near Denver, Indiana, with her young daughter, Brienne, in a car when she came upon a wreck. You know, that's one thing you want, man. You want somebody right there for you. When he come across the wreck, as she told Good Morning America, several motorcyclists had gone down and the injuries were serious. And she was a nurse parked far enough away that Brienne wouldn't see the worst of it. Good stuff right there. I parked away so my daughter wouldn't see, and I ran up. They had severe injuries. Now, 5 bikers were hurt in the crash, 3 men, 2 women. Sturch stayed with them, tagging and keeping them calm and conscious until paramedics arrived. It looks like the members were a part of the Milwaukee Iron Motorcycle Club out of Kokomo, Indiana, and didn't forget her. Once they recovered, they tracked her down on Facebook, got a flood of messages from them thanking her, and they turned into a real friendship. That is awesome stuff right there. And that's how they found out about the lemonade stand. Rock and roll. That is awesome. This was updated June 17th of 2026 right there. It's just, it's amazing how law enforcement will push everybody that's in a club under one deal, like organized crime. Well, this is a 1%er club, so if you're wearing a patch that somebody, you know, might have pled guilty to in the past, or there was violence, next thing you know, hey, you're a criminal yourself, even though you probably never did time and you work a 9-to-5 job. I always make fun of a lot of stuff when it comes to that. A lot of members can't even pay their high dues in these clubs. Doesn't sound too gangster to me, does it? I'm just saying, man. Just saying. Anyway, what do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know all that good stuff. And also, a couple of you guys have been messaging me asking for my opinion on the deal with Black Dragon when he was talking about other creators. I don't put that, I ain't giving names or any of that. You guys know who it is. About reporting on stuff and not being a part of this scene. Well, what can I tell you, man? That's just the way. There's a lot of grifters out there that see this space, this niche, as something that's profitable. How they see that, I never know, man, because there's not a lot of money in this. You actually put out more than you earn, but you have to, like Dragon said, watch that kind of stuff because they don't have any experience whatsoever in the club scene. They've never owned a motorcycle. They've never been in a club, but they want to cover that kind of news. Well, everybody can do what they want to. It's up to you to distinguish what's being said, who has the experience, all that kind of good stuff. You know, I know Dragon, he was upset about that, but it is what it is, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Rock on, baby. Don't forget, we got that new album out, man. It's an over 18 deal. It's pretty rough. Rock on.
Insane Throttle, your official Google News source for everything biker. Thanks for riding with us. Smash that subscribe button. Check out InsaneThrottleNews.com for the latest updates and join the insanity today.
Insane Throttle Outlaw Rock, featuring Insane Throttle and Defiant Afterlife. Get your playlist full of pure rock and metal. Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. Subscribe and crank it up.
Now I'm back in the